You have entered the Plumbing Business Success Zone, teaching entrepreneurs the business of plumbing. This is Potty Talk Live, recorded live every week. Turn on notifications to never miss an episode. Now your host, Richard Behney, the Million Dollar Plumber.
Hey, plumbing pros. Welcome to the 294th episode of Potty Talk Live. Hey there, I'm your host, the Million Dollar Plumber, also known as Richard Behney. All right, along with my triple threat, beautiful co-host, the lovely Laura. All right, well, we're talking the business of plumbing. So again, welcome to Potty Talk Live. Hey, we got a great episode for you here tonight where we're going to talk about America's uniqueness. Oh, there's going to be fireworks. Okay, all right, we'll get to that in just a moment here. But hey, it's great having you here. Hey, if you're watching live, all right, you know what to do. Type live. Let us know you're part of the live social audience. All right. Hey, and if you're watching the replay, please type replay. Let us know that you caught it. And if you're listening to the podcast, you know what to do too. Just keep on listening. All right.
Can't hear us.
All right.
He says.
We can't hear us.
Can you hear us at all?
Can you
Who
hear?
Can't hear us.
Who?
Patrick. Let's see, Patrick. Can you guys hear us?
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
From Sparky's end. Oh shoot.
Okay.
Sparky, why?
Okay.
Why Sparky?
Well, of course. I know Facebook's
why.
going to be throwing some things down because we had trouble even just getting this this out there because I don't know. This is probably going to be the episode that gets us banned on Facebook because they didn't even like that we even mentioned America. I mean, I know on my page it got out there earlier, but when we were putting other stuff out, listing stuff, we couldn't mention America, anything positive about America, liking America. But if you're Antifa or Black Lives Matters, I mean, you can.
And that was going to be okay.
You can crap all over the flag, okay, in America, all right, and they'll be all about it, okay. So I don't know.
Sparky, give me a thumbs up or something if you can hear us.
All right, DW says he can hear us
so it's
loud
just
and
on
clear.
our,
all right.
So we went through some studio changes. Okay, good. So he can hear us only through my phone. Okay. Anyway, okay, we can hear you fine. Lance can hear us. Doug, Christy. Hi, everybody.
Well, good. All right. Glad you're joining us here. Hey, we're going to have a great episode. Question for you. Kind of goes along with our topic. Who said, give me liberty or give me death? Okay.
You did.
Okay, don't be looking up on, hey, don't put down the phone. Don't be Googling it.
Googling it.
Right, okay. All right, who said give me liberty or give me death? Okay, all right.
Yes. If you went to public school, you may not know the answer to this.
I get it, but you probably don't. Okay, probably Karl Marx. They probably told you Karl Marx. Okay, give us your death and screw your liberty. All right,
something like that.
Something like that. Hey, there's election tomorrow. Anyone know that? Does anyone know there's an election tomorrow?
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow there's an election.
What do you
All
know?
right. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, sad when you can't mention your country in your country.
Yes.
Exactly.
Thanks, Angel. Actually, it was an ad because we put ads out for Potty Talk Live, right? And the ad said something about America being unique, and they said no, can't do an ad. A week before the election, they weren't allowing any type of ad like that.
But
whatever.
Yeah,
so
right.
Anyway, Kelly Ball.
Okay. Patrick Henry.
My favorite ball, got that right.
There we go. Patrick Henry.
Patrick Henry said that.
Okay,
exactly
a famous orator. You know, but hey, this is strange times. I got to tell you,
probably
Donald Trump. I think he's standing for it. Okay,
you're right.
These are. We wanted to keep. We're gonna. We titled the show.
You actually made specific notes. So
I want to stay on track here. Because there's so far we can go. Because I've never been in my lifetime. There's never been anything as crazy or as close to losing our freedoms as and I think even in the history of our country, except for the Civil War. Of kind of losing our country, but we were a part of our country who still would have kept their freedoms. Ironically, the Democratic South would have lost their freedoms. Listen up, okay? But all the way back to even when our country was founded, with the Declaration of Independence. Okay, this is an important election. Not just, it's never been even more clear. Are you choosing to be free or are you choosing to be enslaved? Okay, we actually get a choice. And it's just we saw that, and we see it in our country today. But even when our country was founded, it was a third.
What do you mean?
Well, there was a third of the country, okay, of America at the time, of the colonists, that said, we're free. We have a right to make a God-given right to make our own way. Then there was a third that said, no, we belong to the king. No, we need the government to tell us what to do. Right?
Right.
Okay, and then there was a third that was just, I don't know, I'll wear the mask. I just want to, I'm just busy.
Care.
I don't care. I'm just making candles, and hey, if it keeps some people, say, I'll wear the mask. Okay, all right. So we see that today. Sadly, we see that today. That's what's scary.
Right.
Okay, and even after we've gotten the freedom, so much so we have, multi-gazillion dollar athletes. That if they weren't playing basketball, I wouldn't trust them to work the Dairy Queen, but, that they're saying,
they're kneeling.
Right.
Yes.
Giving it, right. That kind of a thing.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
anyway.
Yes, we're going to get into our talking points, right? Okay, we're really committed to staying on target here.
Is the lovely Laura going to keep me
I don't
on
even
track?
know if this is going to be possible. But right now, I want to mention, Sparky, kind of let everybody know how they can get notified when we go live on Potty Talk Live. Right there. Thank you, Sparky. Never miss an episode. Turn on notifications. Again, this is where we'll take a little drink from our water.
No, I'm going to talk a little bit more.
Oh, my
okay,
stars.
while you're
right.
pressing.
Get notified. Seriously,
get notified.
Get notified when we go live.
Just vote right tomorrow. Vote. I'm not going to tell you how to vote. Hopefully, those that are watch Potty Talk Live, are free-minded people.
Well, if you're a business owner,
and it's obvious. Well, no, I know business owners that still blame. I mean,
I just don't understand that.
That still blame everything on Trump. While you're shutting your own
business down.
Yeah,
I've never really understood that.
It
Anyway,
doesn't make any
what's
sense.
your point there,
Well,
$1
point
plumber?
is, look, I'm just a redneck white trash from the other side of the tracks. Okay, that's what's great about our country. I've benefited from this. So this is the emotion. Okay,
but it was handed to you, sweetheart.
I know, because of the color of my skin.
Right. And you were what else? What other things did you have going for you? Where everything was handed to you?
Right. Yeah. Okay. Right. No, we had. You could work. You could come from nothing. Your daddy could be nothing. Your daddy could be less than nothing. Okay. And your mom,
Same.
Right.
And you had the you could fail. You could succeed, and you can fail.
And you can fail,
and then you can
which is unique.
back.
That's one of the things. So many things that are unique to America. In fact, we had a friend who was once Muslim, Islam, but he reserved Christianity. He had business to Christianity,
right.
And had a business. He lived in Jordan, and in Jordan, in other countries, you fail, you're done.
Right.
There's no second chance. Our country was actually gives a second chance. You can fail,
third chance, fourth chance, fifth chance.
I mean,
whatever.
you can fail and you fail. In fact, our our country promotes you to risk.
Right.
Okay.
And with all the plumbing business owners that are watching, that's exactly what you're doing. You're risking,
Right.
And you're not getting a handout or a bailout or any of those things, right?
Right. So that's where my emotion comes from, and it's been so hard to see that now we got these spoiled kids that got a trophy or a ribbon for everything.
That's where it all started, really.
And just everything handed to them, and just never got a spanking. And no adversity.
Right.
Everything is right. And
I heard
now
something
just
the other
spitting,
day.
which is going to take, which is okay. I mean, that's what I'm okay if you want to wear the mask or just be stupid or whining and praying on your own. But it's being forced on me now. It's taken away from my opportunity to be able to risk and to do things, and for my children to be free and to be able to do things.
And our grandchildren.
Right, we're going to be enslaved. Right.
So, I heard something the other day. Like courage has been taken away. Teaching people kids courage. Which is the probably the least attribute to human nature. Yeah. To be truly courageous. Right.
To be courageous. To be willing to step out. To be willing to go forward.
Daryl's right. I forget who said this. Maybe Daryl, you made this up, but this sounds familiar. Success is never owned; it's rented, and the rent is due every single day.
Right.
Good,
And see, but that's unique. That's unique to America. Okay, and in America, then for the rest of I'm proud to be an American. I'm so blessed that my ancestors risked coming over to this nation.
Yeah, think about that.
In fact, my earliest ancestors were indentured slaves. Okay, what color? All right, so it's so it was there. Okay, there was more of that than the other. By the way,
well, even the Puritans that came over, right? I mean, talk
Okay.
about risk.
And so I've been born here, but this American uniqueness of other nations have the ability to be able to have freedoms. That's come from America, because we're going to get into this. America was first. Okay, the people.
What do you mean America was first?
That created this idea of freedom. We'll get into that.
Okay.
All
I
right?
think that's a great idea. Is that a good segue into
Yes. All right. Well, let's get started today.
our
Right.
30-minute show?
Okay.
I'm
All
not
right.
sure it's actually going to be 30 minutes.
So what? I made it count. There's so many uniquenesses
See,
to
Sparky's
America.
even pushing you along.
Okay. Yeah. Sparky, who signs the checks. Okay. All right.
Like, move it along there.
Wait, we have
Plumber.
three things here that make America unique.
Yes.
Okay. There's so many. Okay, but three kind of upper level. Okay. All right.
High level. Okay.
Number one. All right, is Judeo-Christian values. Okay. America was founded on Judeo-Christian principles and values. Period. Period. That means Judeo-Christian was basically the Bible. Okay, they were Christians.
Right.
Okay, Old Testament, New Testament. Okay, they were Christians. America wasn't founded just out of the blue, the nature god, okay, or the monkey god, or the Satan god.
Is it monkey god?
Okay. Or even the Allah God. Okay,
It was the God.
it was the God, the creator of the universe. So the people that founded that, even the ones, most that were over were Christian people.
Yes.
Okay, they were a moral people.
Right.
Okay, a moral people, and those morals were derived from the Bible. Okay, period. Our whole way of governing, all right, is based on the Bible.
Look at all of the buildings in Washington D.C. Every one of them has scripture or something pertaining to the God of the Bible.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
Because it recognizes, even our founders. It was John Adams who even said, one of our original founders, who spoke for all of our founders. Okay, all of our founders. I know our schools today. Okay, yeah. Thanks, DW. All right.
Patrick Swayze. No, not Patrick Swayze.
All right. That our schools today like to say, point out, Thomas Jefferson, who said he didn't believe in God. Yeah, he believed in God. He was a deist. He didn't, which meant that he believed in God, but he didn't believe God was active, that you had a personal relationship,
right?
With God.
Right,
but all the others did believe. Okay, even Franklin. Ben Franklin. He was a deist, but even as he got older, he became more that he realized God was more involved in the.
As he's getting closer to
that, right? Right. But they all believed in the Bible. In fact, that's why Thomas Jefferson wrote that our rights, are given to us by our Creator, God. Not Mother Nature, not Allah, okay, not by government, but by God.
Right.
Okay, want to get that across. But it was Adams. He said that our Constitution, which is what all of our country is based on. All right, our Constitution was made only for moral and religious people. Okay, and by religious they meant Christian. Okay, all right, religious people. Or they also would say Judeo-Christian. Okay,
sure.
All right. It is wholly inadequate to the government of any other. Okay, it won't work. Our Constitution won't work
without a moral people.
Without a moral people. Okay, so. All right. I mean, that's so you can see the problems we have today. That's why you see such action being taken to get rid of God. Even the Democrat Party in their convention this year, when they said the Pledge of Allegiance, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, even this year said they took out one nation under God. They just took it out.
Right. And 4 years ago, they said they want to take God out of the platform. I forget exactly what it was, but they voted 3 times. They denied God.
Right. Okay. So
yes,
we are a Judeo-Christian. Was founded on Judeo-Christian principles and values.
Yep.
All right.
Number 2.
What
else you got?
Okay. There we go. Personal liberty. Personal liberty. The idea that I have rights. Okay. And that the rights come not from the government. In fact, this was unique to this time in history, up to this point in history. Okay. Up until this point in history, all nations of the world, the people of that country or that nation derived its rights from a government.
The king.
I mean, Dr. Fauci. Okay, someone said, no, this is what you have to do.
Right.
Okay. All right. Our nation was the first. Our people, our founders were the first to say no. Okay, our rights come from, because they were a moral people, our rights come from God. Okay? And we'll give power. Okay, the government's power and authority rights come from the governed, the people.
The governed.
Okay, not vice versa.
Right.
Okay, that's not taught today in school. Okay? All right.
Do you remember the thing that came out, it was when Obama was in office, about the life of was it Julia or something? The life of Julia, from birth to death, of how the government is involved, should be involved in every area of her life, from again, from birth to school to college to marriage to children to retirement, everything. How the government should be involved. Which is the exact opposite of what the Constitution and how this country was founded.
And in fact, our founders had many conversations to concern, could a common people, could they keep their freedom? That's why they call this the Great Experiment. Okay? It's because, will the people, the common people, be intelligent enough, okay, and will hold on to it, care enough with force. You know, that's why I'm so sad about the mask thing. Okay, for 2 weeks we said we're not sure what's going on here.
Back in March.
In March. But now, to be wearing a mask, you are a complete freaking idiot. And what scares me is because that's it's not about wearing the mask and anyone being hurt. You're telling me what I do, what I have to do. Some little peon, some little guy in a bureaucrat, okay, is saying you got to wear a mask, but he don't have to. Okay, Nancy Pelosi doesn't have to wear a mask, and she can go get her hair cut. All right, but you expect that. That's what they expected. That's because those kind of people existed then too.
Right.
Okay, those kinds of people always around. Those are the power people. Okay, that will abuse. Right, that will abuse you. What is sad to see in our nation today, in our country today, that the people we just go, okay, okay. That there's not this fierce, what the, you know?
Because I'm protecting you. I'm doing this for you. That's
right. That's how that's been turned around.
Right.
Okay. You know, our nation was founded in the pulpit. Okay, which was pastors, and in the pubs.
Right.
That was the common man. So the intelligence came and the leadership came from the pastors. All right. Do we see that today?
Unfortunately not.
No. If your church is closed and gone along with this,
you're in the wrong church.
You know, that's what you had. You had, there was mostly obviously men at that time, okay, was saying, they were the cry of saying,
we're free.
We're free. We're free. God created us free. We're free. We're free. And then you had the common man in the pubs, sitting around with their pints and drinking and what do you think about this Stamp Act? What's this? I'm tired of them telling me what. You notice that they went in John's house, and the army just went in John's house and kicked him out, and now they're lodging in John's house. We had to take in John's family. What do you think about it? I don't think. Well. That's where these things were discussed. Do you notice today that what's closed? Churches and pubs. You notice that?
Where people with like-minded values meet and gather to discuss issues. Because you're not going to discuss things at Home Depot or Walmart.
At Walmart.
In line at Walmart. Of course not.
You just aren't going to do that.
Nope.
But you would do at church. So, but Walmart can be open. but church can't. Okay, we can.
Did you see that Los Angeles or even California, it might have been California, the governor there came out with guidelines for Thanksgiving, how people in California can have Thanksgiving. No more than 3 households can be in attendance. You must
listen to this. I know, but listen to this. This is just so that this is so asinine that we're even now people that accept to have some dude.
Well, they elected him. They elected him. So anyway, no more than 3 households. Also, your Thanksgiving meal has to be outside.
Right.
Outside. It can be no longer than 2 hours. Your Thanksgiving meal can be no longer than 2 hours. The only time someone can go inside is if they need to use the restroom, and they must wear a mask when they're inside. And then the toilet has to be completely sanitized after each and every
Have we freaking
usage.
lost our minds?
This is in California.
Right.
How the people are going to keep him in office. I don't know if he's governor. I don't know. Anyway, how in the world are they not going to go
what
red?
scares me, those are people that are accepting that.
Right.
And we say, well, it's not that. Why we just go along? We can just do that. It doesn't stop. Evil doesn't stop there. Okay? They just, you may be the one that has the weird hair and the certain sexual whatever and whatever. And well, they're not. It gives me free. I can. They will come after you too.
Eventually they come after everybody.
Right. They'll use you, black athlete. Okay.
Or it used to be called useful idiots.
Right.
Right.
They use you, and then they'll come after you. That's what I mean. There's sayings all over history of how they do that. They use you, and then by the time you need to stand up, it's too late.
Right.
Okay. And that's what's happening in our country. It's so sad to see, but it's so important. That's why this election is so important.
It is so
important. That if you truly are wanting to create a life, for you and your family, that you have more control and freedom, and you can create wealth. All right, it matters on how you vote tomorrow, okay, and how you vote.
Yep.
Okay. Now, this isn't a personality contest. I don't care who you like.
Right.
It's not a personality. It's which, okay, which one's talking about the opportunity for business, okay, and for you to create a life, and which one is saying, don't worry, we'll create your life for you. Okay.
Universal pay.
Right.
Massachusetts came out with a 10 p.m. stay-home advisory. I guess COVID only comes. Are you kidding me?
Right.
Oh my goodness.
All right. And it's right.
This is the smartest disease ever.
Right. How's it? No. We were at the pool.
I knew you were going to bring this up.
And what's scary? These are the stupid people. I mean, they'll say they're intellectual, but they are the stupid people. Okay.
So what happened at the pool?
So we're at the pool.
We're at the pool.
At the pool. You're out
outside.
open, and these Karens and
Karenettes.
goobers, okay, come wearing masks.
Right.
Okay.
At the pool.
Walking
around, they'd go from their seats, put on a mask, walk over to they've got a little bar and little restaurant, put their mask on, then they come back to the pool, sit in their chair, and then take their mask off so that they can eat. Or if they were walking around the pool, drinking something, then they had their mask off.
Then it's okay if you're drinking. The COVID can't come.
Can't come while you.
And even when they have to go, they left without their mask.
Right.
What?
It's like. Yeah,
there's just no logic
now.
Right. Okay.
Wait, were we going to go down this road?
I know. That's
I
right.
don't know if we really were going to go down this road.
But that's personal liberty. And again, the idea of personal liberty. Hey, if you want to be stupid,
you can.
Okay, be stupid. That's the idea of personal liberty. You be stupid, and you get the consequences. Don't force your stupidity on me. Okay, my freedom doesn't stop at your fear, because your irrational fear, don't force that on me and my family.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
I mean, this is the first time in history that a well people have been
quarantined.
I mean, okay, personal liberty. This is an attack on personal liberty. That's why this is being done. This has nothing to do with COVID.
Of course not.
Okay, because it's a way of getting the people to take away your liberty, your personal liberty. That is so valuable.
Because this started in March, and we're now in November. What was that? 8 months? Is this 8 months that this has been going on?
Right. And I know we talk about after the election, if Trump wins, that this will stop. I don't believe it will.
I believe it will.
Because the people have already given their freedom. Okay,
you've
already given it up. And the bureaucrats, which is different than our elected officials. I mean, there's a whole bureaucratic. I mean, Dr. Fauci's a perfect example.
Well, Trump said he's going to fire him.
it'll just be the next stupid lab coat. You know?
I don't know. I believe it will, and I'm going to continue to have that thought.
I like that. I like the positive. Okay. All right.
Yep. All right. So number 1 was what?
Was Judeo-Christian values. That's what it's found.
And number 2 was
unique to America. Personal liberty. Okay. Personal liberty. Okay. If there's people free throughout the world, it's because of American freedom. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
And we're free to. What's a good segue?
Well, I hate this. I'd much rather give you the Declaration of Independence and have you read that. However, if you are looking to grow your plumbing business, there are 7 things that you must know. In fact, that's just it. There's 7 must knows to be a $1 million plumber. All right, and I have it all down for you in my free e-booklet.
That's a terrible segue.
Also called the 7 must knows to be a $1 million plumber. How about that? All right, and did I say it's free? All right, it's free. I'm giving it to you. Simply type 7 in the comments or go to themilliondollarplumber.com/7 to get your free copy. All right.
Now.
So there we go. All right.
Okay.
Back at it here.
Okay.
So what do we have? What's a couple things we are going over for American uniqueness? We have that what makes number 1 makes America unique is that it's founded on Judeo-Christian principles and values. Okay. Number 2, personal liberty. Okay. All right. Very, very important. And finally, 3.
Number 3.
Not necessarily last. There's so much. Okay. But E pluribus unum. Anybody know what that means?
If you went to public school.
Pluribus unum. Yeah. If you went to public school, you probably don't. Okay. E pluribus unum. All right. Out of many, one. Okay. That's our the American motto. Okay.
Not the other way around.
Right. Out of many, one. And why is that unique to America? Look, America is not a I'm trying to find the right way to put this. Is not a race or people. I mean, like you know, you in France, it's the French people. Okay, it's the French. There's a certain type of people. Okay,
type of people?
German. Right. Well, I mean,
because they're. What do you mean?
No, the French people. I mean, there's a French people.
Okay.
Okay. There's a German people. Okay. There's all kinds of. There's African people. Okay. There's Asian. Okay. You get Chinese or Chinese.
Japanese or Japanese.
I mean, so you stand if you go. You know, if you look different, you're gonna stand out.
Okay. But in America. America's not a people. I mean, not a race or whatever. We're a mix, or we're a melting pot.
We are a melting pot. Okay, that's one of the things that makes us great. Okay, America though is not necessarily a race or a people, that kind of a thing. All right, but is an ideal. Okay, it's an ideal. That's what's unique. Another thing that's unique about America.
It's an idea.
It's an idea. That's why you can have people come from all over the world. Okay, in fact. You know, America is such a racist country, okay? All right? If you're white, you're a racist, by the way, okay? We're such a racist country, all right, that in the last 20 years, more black Africans have moved to America, okay, have moved to America than they were ever enslaved, okay? That were ever enslaved. Okay, why are they coming to America? Freedom, opportunity. Okay, and they come in and they're Americans. They're Americans. They're no longer Africans. Okay, that's why if there's anything systemic or whatever, racism about it is when we started saying, you know, African American, okay, white. Notice that's white. Okay, Asian American. No, but they say white, right? Asian American, that kind of stuff. Even look at what's happening today. This force
of trying to separate us.
Right. Because the power is us together.
Right.
But if they can separate us and getting, okay, like it is in the rest of the world, all right, they got you. Okay, they got you. Yeah. But our power is E pluribus unum. Okay. Out of many, one. I mean, so it's on our money. It's an idea. That's why people. I say this, you know, and I'm proud to say I don't care whether you like this or not. For those, you know, I know we have listeners, you know, throughout the world, but no one's dying to move to France. No one's dying to move to South Africa. Maybe one person because that's where they can get in.
Thais, who knows a thing or two about it, the people who want a better life come to America.
Proud. I mean, I'm not saying not be proud of your culture where you come from. Of course. Okay, be proud of your heritage. You bring that in. Again, that's the thing that makes America great. But they're coming to America. I mean, there's songs. I mean, it's true. They're coming to America for the freedom. Okay, to be able to create the life. Okay, there's no guarantee that everyone is equal. In fact, anything that wants to make you equal and guarantee you, equal. You want equal opportunity, equal access, but there's not an equal outcome.
Right. You're not guaranteed an outcome.
You're not guaranteed an equal outcome.
Nope.
Okay, and if you have anything that's guaranteeing an equal outcome, that's slavery.
Right. That's taking away your personal liberty.
It's taken right. You got to give something up to be able to get that. Okay. And that's what this election's all about too.
It is. So tomorrow is an important day. If you haven't voted already.
Very, very important day.
If you haven't voted, vote. Every vote counts. And I heard people say, my vote doesn't matter.
Are you rushing me along? You feel it? I can feel it. Man. I know.
Where's Daryl? Daryl, huh? Am I? Huh? Tomorrow is an important day. If you haven't voted yet, vote, because it's important. Every vote matters, especially now. Every single vote matters. I want to hit. You said something. I want to hit on the courage thing. The courage is lacking. Okay, we got a lot of hubris. I heard a lot of guys talking about what they're going to do and whatever. It's another thing to actually do it. There's never been a time when it's time for good men to get bad. Okay. Sadly, that's what I'm sad about the American church, because most pastors are cowards. It's proven to,
it's proven to be coward.
I don't know most.
If the churches have closed
if your
longer
church is
than
closed.
2 weeks, and there's even closed now, that's cowardice. Okay.
Now more than ever, do communities and people and families need the church? Right.
If communities would just stand up and would just, when you have this evil, and that's what this is, this Antifa stuff that's destroying and burning cities, okay, and allowing that to go on. The evil, we just saw video where they're screaming, where a woman screamed that I hope your children die,
are raped and murdered.
That's what's being said. It's being allowed to be said. I hope your children are raped and murdered.
Right. To police officers.
All right, guys, that is evil. And the only way, I believe Edmund Burke has said it, the only way for evil to exist and triumph is for good men to do nothing. And so I have a plea to, at least to my plumber brothers, okay? It's time to stand up. We've been comfortable, okay? I sat, like in Texas. I know Texans are so proud of, the Republic of Texas. Hey, when that woman, who said that, she had ladies, single moms who needed to work.
The woman who owned her own beauty salon. Right.
Why every Texan in that area and even from miles around didn't show up to make sure that people that stayed open didn't show up. Everything else is just talk, guys. Don't tell me about the guns you own, what you have, what you're willing to do. Okay? This election, evil's going to give... it's shown its face. Okay, it's already being prepared. We're already talking about where they're going to attack the White House.
Right, shut down.
Shut
down DC.
Right. Okay, it's time for good men to organize and get together and to stand up to that. Okay,
in your communities.
It's going to take courage. Okay, it's time to put away the games, football. If you're watching football, I don't think anything in this makes sense to you anyways, okay? But it's time to put those things away. And so there is a kind of a plea as an American, okay? I want to be free. I've enjoyed the life that I've had because of the freedoms of the men who had the courage to stand, okay? And to fight, who gave their lives, okay? And I'm hoping that there's more men out there.
I believe there is.
That they're willing, all right, to stand for this freedom.
It's the silent majority. There's a reason why it's called the silent majority. I believe there is a silent majority. There's a time to not be silent. That's what you're saying.
And the time to not be silent is gone, not just in the vote, okay, but it's time to show up in your communities, all right? If your church is closed, you need to show up and demand to the pastor that it opened, okay? In your communities, you need to get with the businesses, who the commissioners are and that kind of stuff, and say, get rid of this mass stuff. We're opening up. We're open for business.
Right.
For those that are scared, stay home. Okay, it's time to organize that way. Okay, and so
See, my pastor never shut the door, and our church has grown every week because none of the other churches. Exactly. Same with ours. Here in Florida, we're so fortunate to have found a church where
and they're Canadian,
and they're
more American than most Americans.
The pastors are from Canada. They have a big sign out front that says "COVID-free zone."
Right.
So
and there hasn't been any COVID cases.
No.
You know, and so because it's not a thing, okay, it just isn't, a thing. So men, it's time to be courageous. We've been, I often, as I teach about being comfortable,
being uncomfortable.
We as men have been too comfortable. Okay, all right. We're just good men are just sitting back and being comfortable. Okay, I know if any of you guys ever been in a fight or stood up to a bully, all you got to know is a lot of times if you just stand up, okay, they back down. If we had good men that would show up, okay, this stuff would go away because it is just a bunch of
bullies.
Right, bullies. Okay, so there we have it.
Okay,
all right.
So
did I behave pretty much?
No, not at all. I was quite certain that you weren't going to, so that's all right.
Okay.
Your passion is real, and I get it.
Yeah,
we're on the same page.
I know, and we are.
So get out tomorrow and vote. It's important.
Right.
Bottom line.
And then men, it's time to get bad. Okay, put away the boys' games and start protecting your families.
And get involved.
Okay, right.
Get involved in your community.
Getting involved, being aware who's on the county commission.
Right.
The commissioners. It's all the local bureaucrat stuff.
Yeah, never before. Well, I was going to say never before has the local elections been so important. I think they always have.
Demand that your businesses are open.
Yes.
Demand. Get together and demand.
Right. Because that's your property.
Okay.
You close a business, you're taking away personal property. So.
All right, go shopping in packs of 50 to Walmart. Tell Walmart, force, come and get us. Okay?
Yep.
All right.
Vote. Exactly right. Vote.
There we go.
And I don't think that's Kristen. I think it's really John. But anyway, make America great. MAGA.
Okay. America is only as great as the people are. Okay?
It's true.
If American people believe they're great and not victims, okay, then we'll be great. Okay? So there we have it.
All right.
Hey, if you want to make your plumbing business great.
There we go.
Okay. All right. You got to get in here. All right. You need to check out my $1 million. What is that? Okay, Plumbing Business Success Academy. Everything in there to teach you the business of plumbing. Okay, everything you need to know. Okay, no guessing. All right, and I made it very easy for you. You can check it out now for free, 14-day free trial. All right, so you can check it out. Grab your 14-day free trial. Simply type success in the comments.
I don't know why I did that.
Or go to themilliondollarplumber.com/success. Okay, so there we have it. And get out and vote tomorrow. Okay, vote. All right, so there we go.
Vote early and vote often.
Like a good Democrat. Okay, right. All right. Okay, and get your dead relatives to vote too. Okay, all right, there we go. We'll leave it at that. As always, I want to remind you that you were purposefully and wonderfully created. Yes, you were created, and you were created to do great things. So as always, come like a champion.
Thank you for tuning in to Potty Talk Live with Richard Behney, the $1 Million Plumber. If you enjoyed this show, share it now.
Just do it.
To catch past episodes and get alerts for new episodes, turn notifications on now and join us again for more tips, techniques, and strategies to help you grow your plumbing business.